In today's video, we'll be continuing to look at a scenario where civilization starts over. Without further ado, let's get straight into this scenario. So, over here in the east, you'll see that the Baikal civilization, these guys, they continue to do lots of exploring, and they will explore all of this land here, and they will continue with the migration, as lots of people start to move kind of outwards to here, and they managed to make it to this region of here around China. Oh bloody hell, why does this keep going on and off? And they will settle and explore all of this region out here. Oh no, not all of that, frick. Right, all of this land here. And with that, we will see that the chain of connection, as more and more people start moving in and out of this region, chain of connection starts getting much larger as the Baikal country kind of connects to this new explored land over here quite well, and they also fully explore all of this region up here. And we will see a bunch of new countries forming over here. And in the splitting of this land, we will see that a large Chinese country forms, this Korean country here forms, and also this larger Amur country or whatever forms here. We also see Baikal expanding quite a lot, and they also start moving, outwards towards the coast quite a bit, like this. Anyways, moving away from this region, out here we will see that African colonize the little colonies in Africa continue, as all of this land, all of this region of Africa has started to be fully explored. And they do explore around this Sahara bit here. Oh crap, not all of that. Did I miss a little pixel out here? Yes, I did. Right, so they explore all of this part of North Africa, and they kind of suss out that this is desert, but we don't really know. Anyways, I'm going to split up this land. And in the splitting of this land, we will see that Egypt will take this. Sudan will take all of this. Where's Sudan's capital? Was there? We will see that the West African country will take all this. Morocco will take this. Algeria will take this. Libya will take all this. Moving down to the European colonies, we see that Italy and France extend their colonies to the max, and Britain and Galicia expand their colonies to look like this. Moving over to the Middle East, we will see that all of Arabia has been discovered, and we will finalize the splitting of this continent in the subcontinent. So in the splitting of the Middle East, of the final lands of Arabia, we will see that Egypt will take this large chunk, the Saudi country will take all of this, and Sudan will take all this, and the Mesopotamian country will expand into all of this land, causing them to extend quite a large chunk. And this is also when we will see riots breaking out in Egypt. In this civil war, we will see that this large chunk of peoples all around here, basically all of their parts of Arabia, because they just have too much land in Arabia and they kind of want independence. So we'll see that the independence movement will start an invasion into Egypt, as they start moving in, we will see that they do quite well, but they can't really make it past the region of this region here. I don't want to call it any names because I don't want to get in trouble. But they can't. But after taking all this land, they can't really move past anything, except for this bit, which calls for a peace treaty. So in a peace treaty, we'll see that Egypt will lose all of this land over here, and another Saudi country forms. Moving away from this region, we will see that lots and lots of exploration and movements happening, and mainly it's like exploration into India, because lots of this land is like very fertile land, and it's good for like inhabiting. So they will kind of like move down the coast and explore all of this land and also all of Sri Lanka. And as well as that, we will see that they start kind of like moving further into here, and we'll see that the route towards Baikal starts to become like rediscovered a bit, like this. And up in the Arctic region, not much exploration really happens, and I got on this one actually, I guess. Yeah. So, and now in the splitting of this land, in the dividing of this land, we will see that this big South Indian country forms. The Mesopotamians expand their Indian colony to look like this, and Pakistan expands into here. Persia expands into this. Afghanistan expands into there. Caspia expands. West Caucasia expands, and the Russian country expands quite a lot. As you can see, these countries further out have started to get really big, and that's not very good. Because inside of Russia, we will see that rebellions take place in further out parts. Wait, I want to check, is this? Yeah, it's a good comparable call. In these further out regions of Russia, these big rebellions form. These large plots of land start to rebel in these further out regions. And also we will see that the kind of forgot the color of the but I'm just gonna this rebellions of the gold team happen as there's just this larger kind of breakaway in this region near the borders the other two Ukrainian countries, they kind of form together, and this big breakaway happens in around this kind of coastal region of this country, and this isn't good. And it's also found out that this is funded by the Pentagon Alliance. So this causes that's out of date. The Pentagon Alliance and the Diamond Alliance to go to war. So, I'm gonna have this. Have this layer up. So we'll see that the Baltic country will declare war on. On the Polish country, and the Baltic country is a bit stronger than the Polish country, and they'll start to move troops in to this region. And it turns out that Poland was sending supplies straight in through this bit, so Baltic is trying to cut that off, which is seen with this spearhead, which is seen with this pincer spearhead movement, as they encircle this land and kill a large quantity of troops. As they started to spear towards the connection point. Over here, we will see that the the breakaways. Wait, alliance layer. But it's kind of hard because the Farmers Republic is also sending troops in, and we see this as they start as we start moving into this Caucasian country land down here, and also the rebellion makes this large movement up here as a starting invasion. But we also see that the Baltica will make a second invasion, which is just directly into the rebellious country. Yeah, like this. We will see that the Russian country will try to make a pushback. The Russian country, the Russian country, or whatever you want to call it, is like probably the fourth strongest country. And they're the strongest out of any participating nation in this war. Got to be on today again for the cotton down. We'll also see that the Russian country makes an invasion into Caucasia. They make a movement. The Russian country makes this movement up in the north, and they start setting up a spearhead to connect to the Caspian Sea, which they don't know about. Which I don't think they know about. Wait. Yes, I do. Oh, the frick. That's interesting. But now I've got to redo this. Fun for me. Anyways, we will see that the Caucasian country, with the support of the region of the south, they just kind of take all of this land here, and up here in the north, we will see that the this rebellion country, they do really well. This whole region, they just like don't really want to be part of it. And we'll see a complete breakaway with these rough borders up here. Oh frick, no, not like that. And this is by like the people who don't really want to be part of this country anymore. And they're kind of chill, but Baltica decides that they need to make an invasion into them. Anyways, so we'll see that Baltica start the invasion up here, and this doesn't go very well as there's an immediate pushback by this rebellious state as they start moving into Baltica as well. We'll also see that the Finnish country decides to side with the Pentagon alliance because they were promised a bunch of Baltic land, which is why that we see that the Finnish, who have special forces, who are really good at invasions in this kind of climate, they manage to take all of this land here, and they start working with the Russian country, and to take all of this north bit up here. We will see that the Farmers Republic army, or no, the Romanian country's army, is moving towards the capital of the Russian country, and they capture it, which causes a big retreat over here and allows for the rebellion to capture all of this land. The Caucasian country also pushes back any advancements, and they start to take all of this land. And at this point, the Russian country is kind of cooked, so they surrender over to the the new Russian government, which is this lighter grey country up here. Anyways, we do have to acknowledge the existence of the Turkish country in these Diamond Alliance. They decide to leave before they can get invaded. So smart move on their part, I guess. Anyways, up here, we'll see that with more countries starting to help, we'll see that the rebellion state, or the Ukraine country, they start to push into Baltica, as well as these two countries up here. The new Russian government has a new staging point for their invasion, and we also see the Finns do ridiculously well up in the northern coast, as they manage to do a big sweep of all of this land and capture these two islands here. We also see that Poland manages to push back the invasion, and they start to move up the coast, and they also start to make this invasion over here in the center of the country. They also capture the entire border region, and we see that the rebellious state captures all this land before the new Russian government country manages to captures all of this, and then eventually the Baltica will surrender. So in a peace treaty, we will see that the new Russian country forms over here. The old Russian country is banished to this Arctic Circle region. We also see that Finland will expand quite heavily, and I actually don't really like this border, so let's fix that up. Give them this province. We will see that Poland will get a lot of land. The hell's that province? I'm just next to we will see that the Ukraine country will kind of return with all this land. And we'll see that the Caucasian country will expand into here. We also see, I guess we should do this, but we'll see that the Turkish country will get some land taken off of them. So in the land that is taken off of the Turkish country, we'll see that West Caucasia will be given, the Caucasian country will be given all this land, and the Romanian country will be given all of this land. And I know this is a big change to the map, yeah. But before we end today's video, I believe that we should move over to here, as we see that in the Americas, a bit more land is discovered as the Danes take all of Newfoundland, and the Irish begin to explore all of this land. And I figured out this is called Nova Scotia, not New Brunswick, and I doubt anyone's watched this onto the video. But anyways, the Irish will take all of this land. Wait, I forgot to colour this in. And the Danes will settle this other island here. But with the European major alliances, lots of tensions are brewing. Major tensions are brewing between the Triangle Alliance and the Star Alliance. And it's not very good. So yeah, and also this country here is on the brink of collapse because they're just really big and stuff. And these European countries here, they're just waiting to pounce on this one because they want more land. But they don't realize that if they ever went into a big war and just remember these little Star and Triangle Alliance members, they could lose their colonies. So be careful, guys. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.